Hello champions and future champions, hello Chessmood family. Gabuzyan is here with you, and we are going on with our daily lessons. We will continue today the topic of the open lines, and we are gonna learn how to fight for the open lines today. As you already know what we are looking for, I will recommend you guys to pause the video and think what would you play for white. Usually, doubling up is a good idea, but in this case it's not gonna be working much, since if we play Rook d2, Black is gonna be playing Rook d8. Rook hd1, takes, and a5. Obviously Black is not playing Rook d8, cause Bishop b6 check was hanging there, so it was winning an exchange. Black is just playing a5, since we're having only one rook on this open line, it's not gonna be giving us much benefits, and using this line will be very difficult. So, for this reason, instead of beginning with Rook d2, White here is playing a5. This is the square using which Black is trying to bring rooks to the open line. For this reason, we are playing a5, followed by Bishop b6, and then Black will never be able to play Rook d8. So after that, we are gonna be doubling up already. It happens Knight e6, Bishop b6 check, King c8, and this square is occupied. Now Rook d6, Rook e7, and Rook hd1. White is obtaining the huge control of the open line. Later on we'll try to push the pawns on the queen side and create a game. Let's now go ahead and see our next position. Here again, it's white to move and we are trying to fight for the open line. If we go Rook c2, Black can be playing Queen b8. And this move is having a special purpose, but I will explain it a bit later. And after Rook dc1, just going Rook ac8. After takes, Black is just equally fighting for the open line, so it doesn't bring us any value, and we shouldn't be playing Rook c2 on the first move. Now guys, you can again pause it and think what to play for white. Bishop a6 is a very strong move. We're controlling this c8 square very simply, blocking all black pieces, also blocking this pawn, so a5 is not possible and this square will not be controlled. We are just covering c8 square and gonna be doubling up. Also, when I mentioned previously Queen b7 move, that was the purpose, not to allow Bishop a6. Now, after some f5, Rook c3, Rook f8, and Rook dc1, White is getting a huge control over the open line and gonna be crashing through the 7th rank. As you remember, that was the topic of the previous daily lesson. Let's go ahead to see the next position. As you are already an experienced fighter for the open line, I will just ask you guys, what would you play for White in this position? If you now play Rook cd1, it allows Queen c2, some pieces are hanging, so it's not really good for white. If instead of Rook cd1 in this position you play Rook ed1, Black is just gonna be playing Rook a8 and trying to fight for this line. For this reason, instead of playing Rook ed1 or Rook cd1 for white, we first of all need to take care of this d file. And maneuver is really obvious. We're just playing Knight d4, let's say Queen g5 and Knight c6. These rooks will never gain access to the d8 square and to the d file. Next move, we're just playing Rook cd1, going Rook d7, doubling up and getting a huge pressure. Another nice way of fighting for the open line. Usually, we are trying to control the square, using which opponent's heavy pieces are gonna be accessing the open line, guys. Have it in mind. Let's now go ahead and get on homework for this topic. As I mentioned, this is our test position, and this is one of my favorite examples about this fighting for the open line. It's white to move, and you can share your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. Gabuzyan was here with you. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and sharing this video with your friends. We appreciate it a lot. See you next time during our next daily lessons.